Yep. All right, RC, let's go to the West region. We have Gonzaga as the one. They get Boise State or Memphis in the second round, assuming they can get past Georgia State. I'm assuming that they are. Then we have UConn, New Mexico State, and Arkansas, Vermont in the 4-13 and 5-12 games. Any chance that we see an upset out of those 4-12 or 4-13, 5-12 games?
I'm gonna go with your UConn Huskies, man, but I'm not going for the first game. But that's it. After that, they're going down with Arkansas. I'm not going to upset there. That's not my upset. My upset. Sean was going with the team, and we'll get to that bracket. But I got an upset coming in the Midwest. But I think Arkansas will get UConn in the second round. But I got UConn advancing the first round. No major upset there.
You know what I think could be an upset here in the West? I think if Memphis can get past Boise State, which is no guarantee because Boise State can really guard, I think Memphis would give Gonzaga a lot of trouble. They have the athleticism, the physicality. They can defend. T.O., I'll pull my Torvik out, man. They have been the number 2 team in the country since Amani Bates left the program, according to our friends at Torvik. Sean, am I crazy? You know Boise State. Am I crazy to think that Memphis can get to a Sweet 16?
You can't refer to pulling your Torvik out and then go to Sean. Like, what are we talking about? I thought this was a kid's show. You're going to call me out, talk about your Torvik, and then you're going to go to Sean? Is this what we're doing? No, go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
Boise State's good. I like them. They have size with Emmanuel Acott at the point guard. He's 6'7". That's more of a reliable point guard than Alex Lomax is. I'll tell you that. I don't know how far Memphis can go because I don't think Alex Lomax is a great option at the point guard spot, but Memphis has so much athleticism. And today they didn't play well. They didn't shoot threes well, but you have Nolly and you have Quinones that can hit those shots. And Jalen Duren, I don't know what that rim did to him today, but he almost tore that thing off. Like he went after it today. So
I like that, Sean.
Yeah, you have a lot of options. So I think Memphis will get past Boise State, but I think Gonzaga is too good.
They struggle to score. I think Zags will get them in the second round.
Yeah, I think the key to that game, if it is Memphis, and I think Boise State's going to give them some problems, but if it is Memphis, what have we been saying all year about Drew Timme? Athletic, big, strong fives. Mm-hmm. Now, Jalen Duren's a freshman, so Timmy might run circles around him and make me absolutely eat my words. But that could be a potential issue for Gonzaga's inside play. Holmgren's not going to mess around in there all that much, and Memphis has the kind of guys that can really push them out on the perimeter. Is Memphis going to be able to score enough? They've been doing it much better lately.
That's the issue.
But it's going to be interesting to see how they approach a team like Gonzaga, because of how well they score the basketball. I think that's a big one looking forward. But defensively, Memphis can compete there.
Yeah, the one other thing I'd say is that Boise State is known for being tough and physical defensively as well. And I think that could create a lot of problems for Memphis, who has, put it nicely, they've had some issues with turnovers so far this season. All right.
That game might end like 35-33.
Yeah, that ain't going to be a pretty one. Is Gonzaga, are they getting to the second weekend? Are they getting past the Sweet 16? Like, who's the most likely team to be able to pick them off?
Go ahead, RC.
You can say no.
I would say I don't see it, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to say Arkansas. I think Arkansas will give them the most trouble. They've been playing well. Obviously, they lost in the SEC tournament, but I like them. I mean, I think they're playing well. But again, I don't see anybody really challenging the Zags. I don't think they have the size really to challenge them. But if anyone upset them in that, I think it'll be the 4th seed. I think it'll be Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope we get it because I think that both Vermont and New Mexico State are really, really tough mid-majors.
Stop it. You just cheering for UConn to get there,
thinking
UConn was going to get them.
I don't think UConn will have it. I think UConn will win that game. Like, I'm pretty comfortable with that one. That's not an upset I like a whole lot.
New Mexico State? Why?
Yeah. They don't shoot the ball very well. And Teddy buckets, I mean, he can get buckets, but he can also have 10 points and go 2 for 15. So it's always up and down with him. They turn the ball over. They're good, but then you have to have Adama Sanogo inside, and Isaiah Whaley's athletic. You have Andre Jackson, who's super athletic, might be the most athletic player in college basketball. It's just going to be a problem for New Mexico State. New Mexico State's really good at rebounding. So is UConn. So I just think it's a bad matchup for New Mexico State, and I don't think it's going to be a super tight game.
Yeah, one other thing I would add real quick about Vermont in that 4-13 game is that they have been one of the hottest teams in the country. They won every game. We talked about this last night, too. They won every game in their conference tournament by 30+. They beat UMBC in the title game of the American East by 40, and they've been as hot as anybody in college basketball. Let's go to the bottom half of that bracket here. We have Duke as the 2 seed playing Cal State Fullerton with the Foster Lawyer revenge game narrative. Michigan State, Davidson in the 7-10. Then Texas Tech, Montana State in the 3-14 game. And Alabama will get the winner of Rutgers, Notre Dame. I'm calling my shot right now here, RC. Rutgers is getting to the second round of the NCAA tournament. They're going to beat Notre Dame. Then they're going to pick off Alabama.
LOD
like
there.
it.
I have them.
like
I have
it.
them getting past Texas Tech too.
I got them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
I like
That's
Rutgers,
wild.
and I have questions about Texas Tech. I have questions about Texas Tech. Bryson Williams is good, but can a team with Bryson Williams as your best player really make that deep of a run? I mean, can they really get to the Sweet 16 with Bryson Williams being your guy? I think they need TJ Shannon to figure it out.
The only thing I would say to that is that Texas Tech, if they end up playing Rutgers and Texas Tech basically do the same thing.
Yeah,
Texas Tech do it better.
But I trust Rutgers' scoring options or go-to guys more than I trust Texas Tech's. Like, if you're telling me I have to pick 2 scorers on the floor, I'm going Geo Baker and Ron Harper Jr.
Get him, Shawnee P. Don't let him get away with anything, baby. Just keep coming at him with facts, Sean.
I mean, I
keep coming at him with facts, Sean. I like this.
Not great point guard play for Tech. I could be wrong. Texas Tech fans already hate me, so I might as well just stick to it.
You know what? To hell with all of what you said. I'm picking Texas Tech to beat them. So with all me hyping you up, Texas Tech's going to win that game because they've got a bunch of dudes that are switchable across the board. And then what Rutgers does offensively, they take advantage of mismatches with Mulcahy and guys like Ron Harper. They take advantage of mismatches. Where's the mismatch going to be against Rutgers? That's my concern going forward for that game, if they even play each other, because Alabama might just decide to show up and make an Elite Eight run, which I doubt happens, but their guards are good enough to do that for a few games in a row, right? No, I got Texas Tech winning it. I got Davidson upsetting Michigan State, and I got Davidson upsetting Duke.
Stop. Because
I was with you at first. As I hold my chapstick, what does Davidson do differently than Virginia Tech? What do they do differently? It's very similar, guys.
You know what the problem is? Davidson is doing it with guys that probably should be playing in the Patriot League, while Virginia Tech has a bunch of ACC dudes on the roster. Like, look, Hunter Couture, he may look like
the look in Tio's eyes.
He may look like Terrence Oglesby with a goatee, but that dude could play. Okay,
dude, he signed at Wofford. He signed at Wofford. They got 3 Wofford. That's Wofford North. What are we talking about? Well, they had 3 Wofford dudes, a Delaware dude, and some guy that was a $150 player, but on the lower side of that spectrum. Like Wofford, like they are very similar in how they attack it. Like Duke could very easily be a second round exit if the basketball gods let it happen.
Stop it.
I need you to text Mama Oglesby and tell her that T.O. needs to take a nap. He's a little bit overtired right now.
She knows him best.
See it.
I'm gonna be like, lay him down. He's tired.
Yeah, that athleticism is going to be a problem. That athleticism.
I need Dagan to clip this show.
Please.
And then we're gonna
RC. Let me ask you this: where do you see Duke getting picked off? Then I don't think they can get past Texas Tech. I have Texas Tech making it to the Elite Eight, and we get a rematch with Gonzaga for the right to go to the Final Four. Where do you see Duke getting picked off, or do you?
That's where I struggle with the Duke Texas Tech matchup, but I just think Duke is going to get past them and then lose to the Zags to go to the Final Four. I think they'll get to the Elite Eight with the farewell tour be over with, then to go to the Final Four. But I did struggle with the Texas Tech Duke matchup, but no, they're beating Davidson. T.O., you can stop that, man. We can stop that. Stop this right now.
Hey, on a personal note, RC, how happy are you going to be that this whole farewell tour is going to be over? Are you sick of it as an ESPN personality? Are you absolutely sick of this nonsense?
I called it a movie. I thought it was a movie, like a mini series of movies going on. So, I think
Brady came out of retirement. Maybe Coach K comes out of retirement.
Wouldn't shock me at all.
Sean Paul, do not speak that into existence. Stop it right now.
We'll get another tour next year too. So,
all right, real quick before we move on to the South region, I want you guys each to make your picks. Who is in the Elite Eight, and who do you have going to the Final Four? Sean, you go first.
I'm going with Gonzaga facing Duke. In that region, I'm going to go with Gonzaga to go to the Final Four. I just think Duke's not going to get him twice. They just aren't. Duke's like T.O. said this yesterday on After Dark.
What happened to real quick, Sean? What happened to real quick?
Sorry.
We got to keep it moving.
Duke's the same team they were in November. Gonzaga moves on.
All right, T.O., go ahead.
So you guys are going to love this. I have. Are we going all 8 Elite Eights? Is that what we're doing?
Just the West region.
Dude, I can't. I'm hearing double. You know how you see double? I'm hearing double right now. It's unbelievable. Just the West region. I got Arkansas, Texas Tech. Get at me.
Oh,
Hooks
I
and
like
Zags.
I have the Zags beating Texas Tech. Who do you have coming out then, T.O.?
I got Texas Tech coming out, heading to New Orleans.
Oh, interesting. Hey, I'll tell you this much. If that happens, it is going to be a lot of fun. Those fans in Lubbock are out of their minds.